guys, and welcome to In the Game Room with Spencer. So with this series of videos, I'm going to be talking about like hot button issues with video games, stuff that's currently happening, stuff that's on my mind, and hopefully get some answers back from you guys. Like, you know, if I say, hey, I really hate this thing, love to hear back from you guys. Say, no, you know, you're totally wrong, I really love this, because I realize that a lot of these issues I'll talk about as a store owner, collector, all that stuff, I can be very, very biased one side. So I might think that my side on an issue is perfectly correct when it could be absolutely wrong. And we're going to start with one of the key issues that I see in today's world of video games, something that has been changing a lot over the years and that game companies have been trying to go towards and trying to kind of slowly whisk people towards, and that is digital distribution. If you cannot tell, I like physical things. I like purchasing an item. I like being able to physically hold it in my hands. This is the FF7 collector's video. Never watched it, don't have a VHS. And I like being able to, you know, quote unquote, be able to trade it in, be able to sell it, you know. Hey, I have a Link to the Past box, would love to sell that at some point, you know, have a little bit of trade, whatever, for something like that. So, I really like physically owning media. If it's a movie I like, I'll buy it on Blu-ray. If it's a game I like, I'll buy it. If it's a retro game that I'm looking for or whatever, I want to own it. I want to be part of my collection. But a lot of people aren't as hardcore as I am about that. They just want to play the game. They want it to be a thing they enjoy, and then they're done with it, whether or not they buy the physical thing or not. So we're going to start on the, when we're talking about digital distribution, we're going to talk about the positives, the stuff that people usually talk about as, you know, reasons to go digital. And the biggest one that I see people talk about is ease of use, which is definitely true. It's one of those things when you buy a game digitally, say on the PlayStation Network with the PS3, you click download, you wait a little bit for it to download, and you play it. And Sony is working on a streaming service where you can, like, as it's downloading, you can start playing it. So we're getting to the point where digital distribution is getting to the point where, hey, yeah, you won't, if you choose to, you don't have to go to stores anymore. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to pre-order it. You just click buy. You pay the $60. You download it. It's on your hard drive. Another positive that people talk about with digital distribution is actually negative against physical. It's that stuff wears down. Physical stuff wears down. If I played this copy of Rayman Legends, or Origins, you know, 100,000 times, and I'm really rough with it, and I take the disc out, it can scratch, and it can be rendered, you know, useless if my PS3 or any other PS3 can't play it, pretending that we don't have a disc buffing machines in this world. So both those are absolutely valid arguments. It is stuff that happens as a game store owner. I can tell you, I see the quality of discs and cartridges and how people take care of stuff. If you're watching this video and you care this much, you're not one of those people, but a lot of stuff comes in and it looks like, you know, kids play with it, you know, for hockey kind of thing. So that stuff can happen. You can buy a digital or a physical piece of media and it can break. So those are the two big key things that I see people talking about with, you know, digital distribution. You get it quickly, and it can't break unless your hard drive breaks. And if your hard drive breaks, of course, your whole system breaks. So that goes more towards the physical kind of thing. The way I look at it is thus, towards the physical media side. The way it's set up right now for PlayStation, Xbox, Wii, all that stuff, is when a game comes out brand new. Say the new Call of Duty comes out this November, Advanced Warfare, and you go to buy that digitally. It's not 20, it's not 25, it's not 30 bucks, it's the full 60 bucks. So it's one of those things that I look at as a cost perspective kind of thing. Like, I come into Complete Box, I spend 60 bucks on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I take it home and I go, oh my god, this is the worst game I've ever played. I've played every Call of Duty and they're awesome, and this one is absolutely awful. Even if you went to a store like a Walmart or a GameStop or whatever, and they didn't allow returns, and they said, sorry, nothing we can do about it, you can put that on Craigslist for 40, 50 bucks. You can trade it in for cash somewhere. You can trade with a friend for something like that. With physical media, that's just not the case. And I've seen some negative sides of this already. People have called up and they say, hey, listen, I picked up the Xbox One, you know, when it first came out. I'm just not digging it. I'm looking to sell it. So, you know, of course, Xbox One, originally it was set up to not allow used games. Now it does and all that good stuff. So we go, yeah, sure, yeah, I'm interested in buying the Xbox One for the store. Here's a price. Do you have any games with it? And if they have any physical games that we can literally buy from them, put on the store, resell, someone can try it out. If they don't like it, they can return it. They can sell it to their friends, whatever. We'll give them money for it. But I've had a lot of people come in and say, yeah, I got 5 games downloaded on it. Metal Gear Solid, I got Titanfall downloaded. Whoa. That's one of those things that no game store in their right mind, that I know of ever, is going to pay anything for anything downloaded on a hard drive. Now, you may be thinking, well, I can sell that to Craigslist or I can sell it to a friend, and Microsoft does have in place somewhat of a digital distribution, being able to sell stuff digitally to friends, but just kind of like a game store takes a little bit of profit from you, they take a little bit of profit from you when you sell that stuff. But unless you're willing to convince a friend that you have exactly what they want, you're not going to be able to sell it. If you put that Xbox One on Craigslist and you say, I have 5 games downloaded, that person can go, I don't care about the games, I just want the system. The games you have don't interest me at all. And it's, difficult and annoying to find a single buyer for each game. Imagine you had 100 PS2 games, and you're like, you know what? CiB isn't offering me enough. They're offering me like $1 a game kind of thing. I'm looking to sell these separately. Your options are kind of scarce there. You put them individually on eBay. You try to sell them as a lot. You try to find a buyer for each one. Whereas most physical media, especially newer media, you can take it to a game store and just get rid of it all at once kind of thing. Whereas digitally, it's one of those things that you got to convince someone they want it, and also a lot of it's going to be tied to your account, and it would be really stupid for you to sell a system and not take your account off of that. So I say that all the time, and it's really unfortunate when people call up and they say I have 5 games downloaded on my system, and I go, dude, I don't care. The second we finish the transaction, I'm going to clear off the system, I'm going to clear off your gamer tag, everything's going to be deleted, it's going to be fresh for the new person. So that's the big key, and again, the cost is a huge thing for me. At least most Blu-rays, when you are walking through Walmart or whatever, are like $7.88 each, and you can be like, it's a movie I kind of like, I might watch it a couple times. Digital downloads of games right now are $60. I'm talking full games. I'm not talking little indie titles you can't buy elsewhere. I'm not talking DLC. I'm not talking add-ons. I'm talking full games. Assassin's Creed Unity, when it comes out, it's going to be $60 as the download. If they ever came out and somehow made it $30, $25, maybe at max $40, I would see the point to doing it. But at the $60, I can't see it. I just can't see it. Even if I held onto that game, that new Call of Duty game, for 10 years, and I went to go sell it, and it's worth absolutely nothing, and I still get $5 for it. It's $5 more than I would have gotten for the digital version of it. Again, Steam doesn't apply because PC is kind of a weird thing. I'm just talking about console stuff. So I just can't see the cost to it. I look at everything of, in terms of dollars and cents kind of thing. You might get screwed out of a little bit of money buying a brand new game that you don't like and say the store won't return it, but you can sell it. You can find someone to do with it. If you digitally download that, if you go home today, Watch Dogs is the big newest game to come out, and you digitally download Watch Dogs, no one's going to give a crap that Watch Dogs is on your system when they buy it. And you're probably going to delete your thing off anyway. And the reason that I brought this all up, I always think about this whole digital thing and how they could do it to help them out, and it does cost money for them to print the disc, for them to send them out, for game stores get a little. Don't ever think that for brand new stuff that even GameStops or Walmarts are making up a ton off the new game. Stores like us, anything like that, we have that for the customers kind of thing, but it's still a little chunk of that goes to the person selling it. Whereas the digital thing, I get where they're going with. It's they want all of it to themselves via Sony and Activision, or that partnership right there. A guy came in the other day and was like, "Hey, I'm picking up Watch Dogs for the PS4." Cool, all right, man. And as he was leaving, he meant no harm by this. He said, "I was gonna download it, but honestly, it was just going to take too long to download, so I figured, what the heck, just pick it up." And there are a lot of people out there that think that way, and I want to know why. I want to know your opinion on this. Do you download full games digitally? Why not? Is it the ease? Is it you just don't feel like going to the store? And I completely understand that. I do that myself too. Sometimes I'm like, dude, I need like a bunch of rubber bands. I don't feel like going to Staples. I'll just order them on Amazon kind of thing, which is the same kind of thing, but why do you do it? Do you do it for $60 games? Do you regret it? Do you ever try to sell the stuff to friends? Do you ever try to somehow trade it digitally? I'm new to the whole thing. Again, I like, as you can tell from the stuff behind me, when I buy a game, I like to hold on to it whenever it's possible, and I always keep the stuff in the store and my stuff obviously separate. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm personally, obviously, on the side of physical. I just can't see digital being a thing yet, but let me know. Thanks, guys.